Hey, mambo vipi? Kama kawaida, naitwa Anita Santuri. Karibu tena, ni siku nyingine. Hapa tunapiga story, safe space kwa kila mtu. Kama una tatizo la kwako ama unataka tupige story, just hit my inbox. Facebook, Instagram na Twitter tupo pale at Anita Santuri, na hapa YouTube pia at Anita Santuri. Tunazungumza masuala ambayo yanafanyika kila siku sana, matukio, watu wanapigwa matukio huku nje, so we use that kama experience kufundisha watu wengine ili kubadilisha maisha, wasiishi kama watu wengine, na pia tunaelimishana tena. Mwisho wa siku, leo niko na mdada mrembo, yani acha tu. Leo ni topic ambayo tunazungumzia ni masuala ya dating, marriage and divorce. Kama una date, hii inakuhusu. Kama uko kwenye ndoa, inakuhusu. Kama ushaachika ama ndo unapanga kuachika, hii inakuhusu. Karibu sana.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine.
So, my name's Oli. Oh, sorry. Olwande Akod. Oli is easier because, unajua mtu ataanza, Olwande, Olianda, you know.
Olwande.
So my name's Olwande Oli. I am a personal stylist.
Personal stylist.
Yes.
Please style me.
Of course.
Please do.
Yes, please. Yeah.
How are you?
I am doing fairly okay. Yeah, I don't want to lie. I'm not perfect right now because today has been a really bad day.
Oh, a bad day today.
Yeah, it has
Why?
been.
What is happening?
And weirdly, it has rained, so it should be a good day.
Yeah,
it should be a good day. But then I think things just didn't go the way I wanted them to.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. So yeah, I'm a little sad about that, but I'm also happy because, I mean, things end. And
I'm
that's
happy
okay.
you're here.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
How are your kids?
My kids are good. My kids are good. Now, weirdly, my youngest, you know, their dad hasn't seen him in, I think he's seen him maybe twice or thrice, and my son is almost 2, you know.
Since he was born?
Since he was born. Okay. But now, ask him to say mommy. He'll say daddy. I don't know. It's annoying. But
Acha.
yeah, sikudanganyi. It's annoying, but then I'm like, it's okay.
Anyway, we'll get to that. For now, you've been married before.
I was married for 8 years, yeah.
8 years.
Yeah.
How was that journey?
I mean, marriage is beautiful. I won't even lie. Marriage is
amazing.
It's amazing.
Marriage is amazing. How did you meet your husband?
Yeah, well, see, I lived in Kisumu for most of my life. Yeah. I moved to Nairobi and I got this job, and I was living with a friend at Babadogo. And it was a commute, considering I was working Long Gong Road. So
that's a whole journey.
It's a whole journey.
Yeah.
So this friend had a boyfriend. And this boyfriend had a brother.
Where?
Yes.
Nipe beshte yangu, nipe kaka.
And then we are friends from high school.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know, I'm looking for a place to stay, somewhere that's easier to access, you know, and then I don't have to use a lot of money. Yeah, because now I'm single. I mean, yeah, you know,
God come to the city to hustle anyway.
So fast forward, I reached out to him, asked him if he was looking for, because I knew he was staying alone. Okay,
the brother now to your friend.
Yeah, the brother. So I'm like, no, I just needed a few months. And then I'm like, no, and I know, you know, my brother was like, you're doing a mistake, you know. And
staying with a man.
Yeah, staying with a man. And I was like, no, let me just make my own mistakes, you know.
Yeah.
And then at that age, you're like,
anything can happen.
Let me just experience this, you know, some aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, we lived for I think 2 or 3 months. Yeah, never dated at all. Okay?
Nothing happened.
Nothing at all.
For 3 months.
Yes.
A gentleman he was.
No, it's me. It's me.
Oh, it's you?
So I needed to move closer to work. Yeah. So I got a place along Gong Road. So I was supposed to move. And at that point, I think I know. He had no job. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he had no job. So he asked if he could move with me. And then, I know.
Ooh,
I know.
Scratch my back and scratch yours.
So I say, okay. I mean, this guy has helped me for the little while, so let me just nirudishe mkono.
Yeah.
So I did that. But then now after we moved, I think this is where things changed. We started dating.
Oh, now when he moved with you in your house.
Yeah. This is when we started dating. Also, please never do this. Never do this. But no.
It was situationship.
No, I was in a situationship.
Okay. And how was that?
I mean, it was beautiful sometimes, but then you live with someone and then they sort of brand you, or they think they own you, or somehow that makes you
live in my
husband and
house.
wife.
What are you saying?
You know. And I think also I was like, I knew what I wanted. I mean,
was he what you wanted?
At that point, yeah.
Okay.
At that point, he was exactly what I wanted. At that point, yeah.
Even when he was jobless.
Yes. I mean, we grow up being told, you need to start with a man from
Kwanzia chini kwenda juu.
Hi,
yes.
please. Hi. Hey, never again. Never again. I would never ever do this again. I wouldn't. Not unless it's for my sons. Please, no. I think right now my logic is kila mtu avumiliwe na mama yake. Yeah, because
was it that bad?
I mean, I did everything I could. I wanted a family. I wanted a husband. I wanted kids. I wanted a family.
But the question is, did he want the same things that you wanted then?
At that point, yeah.
He did?
Your time, yeah. I think he did.
At what point did everything change?
Okay. One's got a job.
He now?
Yeah.
Okay.
One's got a job, and then eventually I got pregnant.
With your first child? With
my first.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't planned, but I couldn't.
It happened.
Yeah. So I embraced it. We moved to South Sea. When we moved to South Sea, he was working and then got another stable job, more stable than the first one. Okay. So he was earning. And so at this point, I think, hapo ndio sasa alijua type yake basi.
Yeah. I normally tell people, if a man is with you and he's broke, you're the available option at that time.
Yeah.
But when he is stable enough, just pray to God that you will still be his option and his choice.
Yeah.
And his type too.
And his type, yeah.
Because I think men have a way of, this is what is available.
Yeah, so
but now, nikiwa na pesa, I'll start hanging out in places where I'll get what I want.
This will do for now. Yeah.
But is it true though?
Well, according to them, I think in their mind, they're like, okay, yeah, this is what.
So now amepata job.
Yeah.
Vitu zikachange.
Yeah, so now things change. So I'm like, there's a time I get a text message because, I mean, I'm pretty open. I mean, I knew what I wanted. So I'm like, I'm going all in, like 110%. But then I'm only getting like 51%. And then I'm
from
like,
him.
Yeah, so I'm like, and then when you raise it up, in my point, I think he was a narcissist. Because when you raise it up, it will be like, oh, you're trying to cause trouble. You're yeah,
I don't want to fight.
Yeah, unataka kunikalia. And then I'm like, what do you mean? If you do not want kukaliwa, do not get married. Yeah. Do not get married. Because eventually we got married. It was a judicial wedding. Yeah. So if you do not want kukaliwa, if you do not want your partner's opinion or advice or whatever, do not get married. Simple, So I'm like, you need to just be straight with me. You need to tell me, do you want this or not? Because I was ready to move. I do not like forcing issues. Okay, because that's just not me. I'm used to making my own money. I'm used to doing my own stuff, So it got to a point, the cheating just kept going on. Okay. So I'm like, I need to leave. Yeah. So sometime...
Now let's go back kidogo. Let's go back to kidogo. You said you got married.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, you got married in court.
Yeah, we did.
Now, before you guys got married, did you have a conversation like, no, this is what we both want? Can we go to the AG? What kind of wedding do you want? Did that conversation occur in this arrangement that you had? Because I will call it arrangement.
It is. It is.
If it was not, I think it could have been mutual. Okay. Yeah. Did you guys have a conversation on how you want your future to be?
We did. We did. We had a lot of conversations. I mean, and then I think the reason why he couldn't leave, I couldn't leave because
thank you.
He couldn't leave because according to him, he had a side chick because
a side chick.
Yeah. The love of his life, Bona. You guys, Bona.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Andrew.
The love of his life.
The love of his
The love
life.
of his life.
Wow.
And this lady, I talked to this lady. She's
You
amazing.
want this or this?
No, just water, please.
Okay.
She's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, you know her?
I do. And she's beautiful. She's as dark as me. I
Oh
mean,
my, exactly his type.
exactly his type. Except I was told, this guy told me, I like my women natural.
Oh, you are not natural?
I mean, no, I was natural, but then no. Look, just listen.
Oh, I like your women natural. So after you will get. Okay, I get it.
So I'm natural. I mean, I used to model. I mean, I used to do makeup
And you look
whatnot.
beautiful.
Exactly. So I'm here, like I'm doubting myself. I'm like, what's going on?
Am I not good enough?
Am I not good enough? And I mean, so I step out of it. I get myself out of it, and then I just embrace it. So I talked to this lady. So I asked her, what's going on? Just talk to me. Like, I just need to know. I'm not coming to you as a woman.
Yeah,
No.
I'm coming to you as a woman.
No. I just
Let's
need
just
to
have
know.
a conversation.
Yeah, let's just have a conversation. I just need to know what's going on between you and this person. Considering we're married, we have kids. So I talked to this lady, and she's amazing. Kai, she's amazing. She tells me everything. I mean, we talk, and then I'm like, you went through this with this person, and it doesn't make any sense, Like, and then I gave this guy an option. I told him, if you need to be with this person, you just let me know. I will step aside. Okay, I will step aside.
Were you ready to be a second wife? But let a second wife come to the house.
No, me. Please. If you want a second wife, please. I also need a second husband, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I do not agree to that. Okay? So if you want to open this marriage,
I love you.
Yeah, if you want to open this marriage that you want someone extra. Why would you think I don't need someone extra?
Oh God.
Yes. So according to him, I didn't finish this story. According to him, he was with the other lady because peace of mind.
Oh, you were not giving him peace of mind. But the question is, what was he giving you the peace of mind?
He wasn't giving me any peace of mind, because apparently I was the nagging wife. I was the, this stuff you see in movies. It's scripted. Nikama, it's the same for every man. It's the same. Yeah. So he stayed with me because apparently the sex was too great. Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah. So home was just like for
anakuja tu
romance
kwa sababu ya mapenzi na ngono.
And then the other side, okay, when he's stressed, that he goes to the
atulie.
Yeah, atulie, which I don't mind. I don't need you to stress me, yes, but I cannot be an option. If I need to be an option, you equally need to be an option to me. Yes. Yeah.
How was his family and yours, the relationship between your family?
My goodness. Okay. Let me just admit that I did make a mistake. Sorry, I made a mistake getting married. I know that now. Yeah, I mean, I was pregnant. I did not have to get married.
Yeah,
but we were brought up in this society where having a child is
out of wedlock is a sin.
Yeah, which out of wedlock? Because who put the wedlock? We never used to do this. We never used to do this. Yeah, people got kids and it was such a normal thing, It was such a normal thing, but now it's frowned upon. You're like, it's sad. So that's part of the reason I got married, to just, I don't know, not really solidify, but validate
the action.
Yeah, validate why I have a child. And I was stupid. I was stupid, and I can see that now.
You have 2 kids with this guy.
I do. And they're amazing. They are beautiful kids. I mean, his resemblance, you wouldn't believe. These kids are amazing. And I know every mother says their kids are amazing, but
how is the relationship between your kids and their dad?
There's no relationship.
What do you mean?
There's no relationship because, as I've told you, like, the youngest is almost 2, and he's seen him less than 5 times. And he's almost 2. So you see.
Does he know that? Does he know his dad?
I mean, I show him pictures because I have the wedding photos, at least, so that he knows, because I do not want my child growing up
knowing that hakuna baba na baba yuko.
Ati afikirie, or ati niambie mtoto ati your dad died, or sijui he went overseas, things people do, I don't judge, but this is just my choice. Okay, I need him to know. I need my kids to know I did everything. I tried reconnect, because even if you like our chats, I have pleaded with this guy, and it's not like he lives at 20 minutes away. No, you can like make a choice to see your kids an hour every week.
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
Yeah. Are you open to co-parenting as a person, as you?
I have been begging for it because I know, like, my eldest is 7, so he asks these questions.
Yeah, where's dad?
Yeah, where's dad? Mommy. The other day he told me, Mommy, I'm going to build an underground house so that daddy can come and stay with me. Do you know how heartbreaking that is?
Why?
That is heartbreaking. You cannot even, like, call. I mean, just
Does
call
he feel
every
like
day.
his dad is in danger or something?
No, I think he feels like he doesn't get to see his dad because he's asked me countless times, can dad come and stay with us? And then I have to have that conversation. Mom and dad are not together, you know. Yeah, because the relationship was equally abusive. Okay.
Would you say as a person, him too was not ready for marriage?
He wasn't. I don't think he was. I just think optics. Yeah. You know, optics. Yeah. I'm a married guy. You know, in a credit, by the way, you go to a room and you're like, okay, I'm married with 2 kids. These guys will take you seriously. CEOs will take you seriously. I have kids, and I have a wife.
Yeah.
Icona status.
It's different.
Yeah, icona status for guys. You know, it has some status when it comes to business decisions and whatnot. People respect you. But people these days just get married for a name. Yani, ikwe too. I have a wife and kids. You know,
would you do things differently if you're given another chance?
I wouldn't say I would, because I wouldn't have learned everything. Yeah, if I did go back and change things. Plus, my boys are everything. I don't think I would ever
want to trade them for anything.
No, those guys are amazing.
You see, huwa watu wanasema the moment ukizaa na mtu lazima mtarudiana. Are you open for if he wants to come back to his family? Are you open for that?
My goodness. So I get so angry. Not at you at this point, but I get angry when people tell me this, because according to African setting, lazima mrudiane. Because I left the first time, went back.
Oh, karudi tena?
Yeah, the first time I left, I went back. So you see, there's this narrative, oh, it takes years and years to build a marriage. Oh, my marriage worked after 8 years. Oh, another person, my marriage worked after. And then you're like, okay, but sijafika 5 years. Let me just try again.
Maybe he will change.
Maybe he will change, okay? So I stay. I leave this. No, and this first time I left, I was pregnant. Yeah, so after delivery.
With your second child?
No, with my first.
Ah, okay.
So I came back, yes. The second time I left, I had a miscarriage. I lost my twins, okay?
Jeez, poorly.
It's okay.
Poorly, Sana.
Thank you. So this second time, we are at the hospital. I'm having mad contractions because, you know, even with a miscarriage, you have contractions.
Yes,
and they are painful. They are painful. So I'm here, and then I hear phone ring. My son was playing with his phone, apparently. He was there with his brother. Then there's a phone call I get. So I pick it up because wako nje na mimi niko ndani. So I think maybe there's something they want to tell me, or maybe my son needs to hear my voice to calm down. And then the conversation I overhear a conversation between him and his brother. Yeah?
Background.
Yes, and they're basically bad-mouthing me, like, especially the brother, and they're like, and they're talking ill about my mom, and they're like,
Guy.
And I'm there like, okay, I'm here in pain.
With his kids.
Yes, laboring. You know, so I'm like, let me just get over this. Let me just get this over with. So I go out. I tell them, if you guys cannot be here and support me, because I've heard what you've said, just take my son, take him home. I'll just stay alone, you know. So they left.
It doesn't make sense you being here.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to supporting me. Story. What are you helping me with? There's no difference. So you just go. So I stay in the hospital alone. And then I miscarried, and then weirdly, I got to hold the yeah, sad, but it happened. So I go back home. At the minute I go back home, this day, by the way, you remember the lady I'm telling you that I talked to?
Yeah.
Guess? She was also an issue here. Yeah.
During that time,
they were seeing each other. Yeah, they were seeing each other. And you know, you've had this, your instincts are telling you there's something going on, and then you just like,
ignore them.
Ananga red flags unasema tu.
Ata change tu, ni kwa muda tu. Hata mimi na mimi niko na mimi hapa ni nagging sana.
Yeah. And then you get to believe what you hear. Unasema, you know, when they keep telling you you're nagging, you believe it, you start to believe it, you know. So I figured, and then he said, at the hospital, he said, you take Bradley, my son's name is Bradley, my eldest. You take Bradley and whatever you need from the house and go.
You go to your parents' house, or
No,
you
I
go?
just go.
Go where?
I don't know, just go. So I go home. I take time to recover because there's bleeding and whatnot. Yeah. So I take time, and my mom comes to Nairobi. My mom comes, and then I leave
with her.
Yeah, I left with her. I took some stuff that I needed from the house and then left. I went back to Kisumu, took some few months to recover, came back to Nairobi, got a job. Mjengo. Yeah. Got a job. Yeah, at a Mjengo site. I worked there for a while. I mean, it was stable. I was so stable. Okay. I mean,
now, this time you're living alone.
I'm living alone with a nanny and my son.
Okay.
In Dagoretti. So it gets amazing. It's amazing. I'm at peace. I mean, Paka, I'm at peace. And then when you're at peace, it's like the devil sends someone to just confirm if you're still stupid. And I was still stupid, okay?
Oh, God.
Please,
you went back.
I was still stupid. So, and and again, the narrative that you need to tough it out in a marriage, that you need to vumilia, okay? To vumilia. And it's the vumilia ring. I'm trying to vumilia,
Yeah.
So I go back again. Oh my goodness. This is the second time I'm going back. Yeah, okay?
Okay.
And I need you to know, I used to get jobs, and then you get a job and you're like, no, I want to concentrate on my family. Let me just put everything in my family. I mean, you know what you want, and you're
concentrate
like,
on what?
Imagine. And I mean, I had like a lot going on. I mean, I used to style people, and I used to get money, and I used to put it all in the family. Imagine how
Madam.
I know.
Be the breadwinner for this family.
Imagine. And I used to chip in. I used to chip in. And then we got to creating a company, and then it went off ground. He got this contract with the government, and I mean, he was earning. Okay. This lady came back into the picture since he was earning. I mean, this
after he went back, started a company with him. Yeah, doing well, gets a government contract. Yeah, and then she comes back.
Yeah, the love of his life, but she has to come back. She has to come back. This is the love of his life.
See money. Nothing like love there. Kuna mapenzi hapo.
So I just she comes back, and I had no idea at this point. I had no idea, although you always have like a feeling. Yeah, you have a feeling there's something going wrong somewhere, And then amidst all of this, I keep asking, Guy, do you have a kid out there? Because I have this instinct that you have a kid out there. And then you keep having this dream. It's like, I don't know if it's an African thing or it's the praying woman. I don't know. Yeah, so I keep getting these things that, these dreams that he has a kid. And I keep asking, do you have a kid? No, I do not. The narrative I was given was, there used to be this chick. I used to have a thing with her. I was in a relationship with her, but she told me she was pregnant, but it was just, no, it was not true. So all along I've been following this narrative, okay? All along I've been following this narrative. Now, see, we moved from South Sea. We moved from South Sea. And things are rough. This is ile time ya corona, Yeah. And then Gavaili stopped most things. Kila kitu, yeah. So we moved to another place. We moved to Rongai. Things get tough. This at this point I'm pregnant with my basically second third. Third born, yes. Considering there was a miscarriage. Yeah. So we moved to Rongai. We stayed our first month, the second month. So we moved in January. So January, February, March. March, when you're pregnant, you cannot necessarily sleep all through. So I've gone to the sitting room to at least watch. Yeah, and then we hadn't installed Wi-Fi at that point. Things were rough. Things were a bit rough. So nimeenda to borrow airtime from his phone. So when I'm borrowing, I see this lady's number. Yeah, name. Yeah. So I go and ask him, are you still talking to this person? And then they're like, no, ni hao walinifuata. Then I'm there like, please don't go to sleep, my love. Please go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Yeah, you sleep. Tomorrow you have work. Then I go back.
As good wife as you are.
Please, let me just. So, tomorrow, I make it a mission to call this lady because we had spoken a while back.
Yeah.
So tukaongea, she told me everything. Apparently this guy had also gotten her pregnant and she got a miscarriage. Yeah, I wouldn't say karma, but anyway.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah, it happens. So I talked to her. She tells me everything. Apparently, that same week, I had met my supposed mom-in-law. She met my son. I mean, we went for a walk and like shopping and whatnot, with my son and the huyu mwingine kwa tumbo. And that same week, huyu msichana alikuwa anafaa kukuwa introduced to the mom.
Mothers.
Hi. So I'm there like, this woman.
Mothers and their sons.
Yeah, I'm like, I pray I'm not that kind of mother to my sons. No.
Me many times a man texts me to his maybe mtu uniambia unataka kunipeleka sijui kwa mamako. It doesn't excite me that much.
Exactly. It doesn't.
Because I know.
Because you know.
Someone else will be taken there and she will act like she's never seen anybody.
Yeah. And I'm teaching my sons better.
Yeah, you
I'm
should.
teaching them better. I'm teaching them better. Because I have 2 sons, so I'm teaching them better.
Did you confront your mother-in-law?
Why? At that point, nilikuwa like,
umeshachoka.
Yeah, I'm done. And I was smiling. I'm like, this is
so
okay.
when did you decide now I'm done completely?
That day.
The day that you found out that another
day.
woman was being taken to the mother-in-law?
Yes. So I asked the brother. I also asked, because the brother was visiting that day. He was around. So I asked him, so you have known about this woman. You have been coming here and telling me,
mashemegi.
Tupikie zile chapo zako,
Unanitumia kama house girl.
So I'm there like, and have been like supporting you. I've been doing everything for you, Yeah, I'm like, although in real sense, he doesn't owe me shit. But still, the decency
you did things out of your free will.
Yeah, just the decency to just,
tell me.
Yeah, be a fucking decent human being.
Yeah.
It's only fair, So I'm there, I'm like, it's fine. You just don't worry about it. I didn't ask his brother about anything at all. We went on like nothing happened. I mean, I was just there. It's just me and my son. And like the one I was expecting. One day I just woke up. Yeah, I woke up. Kids, it was in April. So I found this out in March. Now, April, my son had closed school. They were home. So I just woke up and this was just this feeling. It was just this feeling. Like, I need to get out of here. Because if I wait until delivery, I won't be able to move because after delivery you are
kuna vitu vingi
sana because now you need to breastfeed, you need to do this, and I didn't have a plan. I did not have a plan except I knew I needed to leave. I just needed to leave to get rid of this cycle, this mad cycle. Okay, so I woke up, made breakfast for my son, we left, took a bike, called an agent, showed me some houses. Yeah, and I mean, I didn't have much. I mean, I did not have much. So I said, I'll just settle for what I can. I just need to leave. We went looking for a house and I paid for it that day. I didn't even know I was moving prior. That day, I found a house, went back, picked whatever I needed. I left. Yeah, I just left. I didn't ask anything. Oh, Siju, you cheated, got someone pregnant. Or you were supposed to introduce them to your mom. No, I just left. They
say when it's over, it's over.
You don't even need to say anything,
Does he, okay, you said he doesn't reach out. Right now, since you've left your house, how has the divorce process been? Because you guys were not just staying together. This was a whole marriage.
Yeah.
Divorce imekuwaje, the process?
I mean, I'm still working through it, considering divorce is expensive. It is extremely expensive. Divorce is mad. I mean, getting married is easy. Divorce, I mean, do not get married unless you're ready. You're sure
you're there to stay.
Yeah, because right now it's like I need to hire a lawyer. That's a lot of money that I do not have at the moment. Okay, so right now I haven't like started the divorce process, but it's definitely done. I mean, in my mind, I'm divorced.
Yeah,
it's just that it's a paper, so I have to like. Because make it official, but like I'm divorced. I know I'm divorced. Someone asks me and say I'm divorced.
Have you had anything that maybe he's moved on or something?
I hope so. I pray so.
Hey,
please.
You won't feel bad that he
me.
Eh?
maybe he will get to learn, I mean, some lessons in life, how to treat his kids, you know, maybe that. And listen, unpopular opinion, he might have been the worst husband to me, but he might make the best husband to someone else. You know, maybe we're just not a good fit, you know. Yeah. So he might make the best husband to someone else. And that someone else might help him get back to his sons, you know. Yeah.
Would you wish for him to take care of his kids? Just to take care and be there, you know.
Of course, because sometimes my son asks me, and like I've told you, my son right now, the youngest, is saying daddy.
Yeah.
And
I've
begged literally.
But ni nini anakuambia haezi kukua hapo? Does he have reasons why he's not there?
I think in their mind, because nilirudi back the first time, nilirudi the second time, wanangoja the third time. Wanangoja the third time. And that's why I'm telling you, I'm praying sana he moves on. Because I'm not going back there. Please. I have learned my worth. Like the things I deserve and the things...
And bare minimum is not working anymore.
No, not anymore. Plus, I've gone on dates. Okay.
They're supposed to do this like this.
They're supposed to do this. Why have I not... You know, you're even questioning, like, Kwani, where have I been living? You know? Yeah.
Things are different.
And there are men out here that are treating their women, bana. You know, I used to see online, but I'd see it actually one-on-one, you know. I'm like, okay, they should do this. What have I been getting?
Would you consider, do you think being a single mom is the easiest thing to do?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's single mom. I would just say a mom. A mom. My dad doesn't get to be branded a single dad.
But at least someone is there. Someone, if you're in a marital status, someone is there to help you, even if it's not the emotion. Because men are not there to help you emotionally. Most of them.
At all.
You'd find even maybe ratio ya moja kwa watu 10, only one person ndo atakusaidia emotionally when you're raising kids. But many a times, yeye ni alipeane chakula and that's it. You know.
And they make you feel like they're doing you a favor.
Yeah.
It's not a favor.
So do you think being a single mom is not that easy?
It is not easy, but it's amazing, because I'm telling you
amazing.
It's amazing.
Being a single mom.
Listen. Because initially my kids were going not my kids. One, because the other one alikuwa like the other, he wasn't even getting that time. You know. It's amazing for me personally, because I was in a bad place when I was married. So I was easily irritated. I was depressed. I was a lot of things that were not beneficial to my son. Okay. Right now, I'm at peace.
Okay.
Even when I'm sleeping hungry, I'm at peace. I know there's no one that's going to stress me. Na stories are, I do not have to worry about a disease or someone knocking on my door. I have his kid, or, you know, because it's just easy for me personally. I'm not talking about everyone, but for me, it's been a bit... I'm not talking about the financial bit, okay? I'm talking about my well-being, my
peace of mind,
mental health,
okay?
Yeah, it has been a huge change. There has been a huge change. Yeah.
If somebody comes to you right now, akwambie sasa, Oli, I want to make you my wife. Would you consider getting married again?
Please, you people. No. Let me tell you one thing I've learned, like, from the whole marriage experience. I would only get married to someone who's Godza kwanza. Before tufike hiyo marriage, what are you offering me? Yeah, because I mean, I think it has been rough.
You've gone through it all.
Yes. I mean, I'm not in that trauma right now, but I'm cautious. What do you need from me as a wife? Do you need a prayerful wife? Or do you need someone to stay at home? And if they're staying at home, how much are you putting into the account?
Yes. Unataka kulipo mwisho wa mwezi.
Do you need more kids? And what are you going to offer those kids? You know? Yeah, because I'm not...
Would you be open to have more kids?
Depends.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I? Because before I get into that, I need to be stable financially, first of all.
Yeah.
This guy equally needs to be financially stable. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So before I get into another marriage, I think
have there's
a lot to consider, because I'm not a strong woman again. I tried being strong for the first one. Oh,
You do not want to be strong. Baby girl treatment no nangojea.
No, I am not strong again. Not anymore. I'm not strong again.
There's that girl out there who wants to get married. Maybe she's dating someone right now. Or that guy who's dating someone. Hata wale wenye wako nyuma hii kamera. Hancho and the Kahoot. I know kuna watu wenye wanajisikia kuoa na kuolewa hapa. Kuoa na kuolewa au vijana kwa hapo nje. Unawaambia nini?
Take your time.
Take your time.
First of all, take your time. You're dating, take your time. Okay? About kids, okay, you see your time, nimesema ya kwanza, take times 2.
Take time times 2.
Times 2, okay? Because kids are, I mean, I love my kids, but they are taxing.
Yes.
Time consuming. There's a lot of energy that goes into it.
I normally say, you know what? I love my kids, but I just don't enjoy motherhood now.
Exactly. Kids, they're amazing. I mean, I love them. I love them with everything I have, okay? But if you want to get kids right now, are you financially stable so that if this guy leaves you, you are able to take care of this kid? Yes?
Okay.
If he decides he's not going to marry you, are you going to die? Are you going to die? Because people value marriage. Ni kama, it's like an achievement. And people praise it. Ni kama, aki ujaolewa. They look at you a certain
na
way.
Na watoto.
They look at you a certain way.
Kwani ile kitu ulifanya mapema aje?
You're like, aki huyu ajui. Ni kama huyu ako fresh yako. You know, huyu ajui tu. You know, when you get to experience it, you get to understand.
Yeah.
You get to understand. There's no rush. Date. Enjoy that for a bit. Enjoy that for a bit because
it's not easy down there.
It's not easy. It is not easy. Not at all. There's no bit that's easy because marriage is hard. Marriage is hard. You see, dating, there's just mnaenda kwenda separate ways. Yes? And even if you're staying together, it's not bonded. It's not like, you can leave anytime. But then when you have to think about leaving marriage, it takes a lot. It took me a lot of years to leave. Took me a lot of years. I went, come back. I come back. You know.
Until you made the final decision.
Until I got tired of the cycle.
If you don't mind, I would like to invite you again when we are talking about loss. We would like to know how because you didn't only lose children, you lost your marriage, you also lost a lot of friends. We would also want to know, how did you go through that whole process some other time?
Yeah, sure.
But for now, thank you so much for coming through.
Anytime.
I really had a good time having you on set today.
Yeah, I'm equally, I mean, I'm grateful I can talk about it without a tear falling.
Yeah.
You know, you're like,
you've made it.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
And I'm happy the first time I met you, you were so jovial.
Yeah.
Until you started telling me what you've been through, I was like, okay, girl, you've been through it all.
And I used to think I'm like a solid introvert when I was married because there's that you always think. And then I got to learn, no, I can actually connect to people. Like I can. I mean, I've worked in the PR industry, for a bit, and then I meet people and they're like, oh my goodness.
So for those artists who think believe they have talent, please hit my girl up. Anaweza akakumanage, anaweza akakuvalisha, anaweza akakufanya kila kitu mbali na ile kitu ingine. So please, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you too. Thank you for having me.
Please, kama huja subscribe to our channel, na pia unaweza ukatufollow. You're in social media?
I am.
Unajita
all my social medias, Olwande Akoth.
Olwande Akoth.
Yeah.
So please follow Olwande Akoth. All social media, Anita Santuri, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, na pale pia TikTok. Yes, unaweza kutupata pale. Thank you so much for joining us today. See you on Monday.